We're going to take a look at Netflix here on the weekly chart. 1164, the high end of the week. That's what we placed in here today. That is going to be, for whatever reason, that's our new resistance. You can chalk it up to the 1160s. That's fine, whatever you want to say. But 1164, that is the number in here for our first resistance. Above that, it's going to be this upper trend line here, which is currently trading right around that $1,200 mark. So that is going to be a key place for us to see if we start working our way back up there to see if we do respect that upper trend line and use that as resistance as we've done in the past. Now, support wise, our first support is going to be right around this 1070 mark in here. It's a low 1070s, 1070, 1072, somewhere right around there. That's going to be our first support. And then we're looking down here at the 1034. So you can see on the weekly chart, basically overbought, which means that the daily chart is also going to say extremely overbought. And then you also have a little bit of a volume drop off here, but it's more or less the same as last week with some consolidation. Now, if we go to the daily chart, you can see, like we just mentioned, overbought in here on the RSI, and then basically volume has been unchanged here for the past few weeks or so. And then all this right here, this big run up, you have a string of just a bunch of green candles, finally a red candle in on the day, down around 1095 from the previous day's trading session. So your first support, if you're playing the daily in here, is going to be that 9-day EMA, and that's going to be 1126. So that's what we're going to be looking at in here. We're going to see if we are going to respect this 9-day EMA. You can see we bounced off of it on Monday, and it was a nice support for us in there. We have to go back down and see if we can touch it again, and then if that's going to be a confirmed as support one more time, or are we going to breach through that and then work our way back down to these low 1070s, 1072, 1070. We do have right around a $15 expected move in here. You got low IV. IV rank is at 24. You have $15 expected move by tomorrow's trading session. Next week, right around 45 bucks. The following 58. If you go all the way out to June expiration, $91 expected move is what everyone is pricing in so far as Netflix. As your basically that's going to contain a lot of your options volume because that is that monthly expiration cycle out there. So $91 is what everybody's kind of pricing out 43 days from now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in here the rest of the week. Obviously, with the market trading the way it did today, we can go to the 30-minute chart. You can kind of see what happened in here on Netflix. Obviously, that huge pullback and then that nice recovery in here off of Trump speaking, and then obviously just kind of choppy towards the end of the day, and then just a tank towards the end of the day. So good news, we are above the 200 SMA in here on the 30-minute chart, but I'm not sure how much this is going to hold, especially with Fute's basically flat right now, and it looks like we're basically flat kind of all around in the market, especially in on Netflix. So we'll see what happens if we're going to gap up or down tomorrow. If you're playing the daily chart in here, you're looking at that 1126 mark first for a nice support. If you're looking at the weekly, the next support below that is going to be down here at the 1078s. And then we're looking at the 1164 and this $1,200 range for your long-term resistances in here in Netflix. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.